The following segment is sponsored by Utah Disaster Kleenup. Winter is here to stay for a while, and these freezing temps can cause big problems if you are not prepared. Keri is here to share how we can prevent costly disasters. Welcome to the show, Keri.
Hi, thank you so much for having me on.
Of course, we are so happy to have you. Okay, how can we prevent disasters during these chilly winter months? It's so cold right now, so I think it's on our mind, or it needs to be. Let's start with ice dams. What is that?
So an ice dam is when ice forms like around your gutter at the edge of your roof. So what happens, especially if you have a north-facing roof, is during the day, the snow starts to melt off your roof in the warmer sections of your roof that are kind of insulated by the heat of our homes, and it hits that cold section and it freezes. And roofs are designed to shed water in one direction. So when it hits that dam, the water starts to work its way back up and it gets underneath the shingles and it will just start dripping into your house.
Okay, so we need to be aware of that. What about hoses?
Okay, yes, this is a really important one. This is probably the #1 call that we are getting in the spring, and it's for homeowners that have forgotten to disconnect their garden hose. So you want to disconnect your garden hose before it freezes. What will happen is if you don't do that, the water backs up and it enters the pipe,
freezes,
and it will it'll actually form. You'll get a crack in your pipe.
Yeah, I see
and
that.
So
right
yeah, like right now, this is, you probably can't see this as close up, but you can see the crack in the pipe. This flooded an entire basement in a home
from that little
tiny crack. They turned their water on in the spring. They didn't know they had this. They started watering the lawn, doing, washing their cars, and they had no idea that this was spraying into their basement.
So we need to just, especially now that it's cold, it's a good reminder.
Yes.
If you haven't done that yet, walk outside, disconnect those garden hoses. Okay, so important. Okay,
Correct.
Lastly, clearing snow. I know this is a really great reminder as well.
Yes, all right. So any homes that are near the benches, you've got quite a bit of snow still from this last storm. You want to make sure that your water main, like where your water meter is cleared off. I've got my handy little shovel here, and what you're seeing right now, this is Sandy Fire. They've gone around clearing the fire hydrants. It's so important that the city can access fire hydrants and the water main, so in case there is a disaster or an emergency, they can get to those. So it just takes a minute. The fire department does this when they have downtime, but it really is our responsibility as homeowners to make sure that these are clear.
Make sure you're being a great neighbor and doing that. Okay, tell me about what you guys do.
Yes, so Utah Disaster Kleenup, we're a property restoration firm. Any type of disaster you can think of, most commonly floods and fires. We will come in, we will clean up the mess, and we will restore the property. We're a licensed general contractor as well.
You know what? You need to put this number at the bottom of your screen in your phone, because when you have a disaster, the last thing you want to do is be Googling something and panicking. So put it in your phone. It's so great to have just in case.
Exactly.
Okay, Keri, where can we go for more information if we have questions or we need to get a hold of you if we are having a disaster in our home?
We have such a phenomenal tip section on our website at calludk.com.
Okay.
So head on over there and check out. There's loads of tips, and I plan to come on every couple months and I'll share some tips of what are the most common disasters that we're seeing at that time of year, and try to help out the viewers.
Great reminders. This is so good for us. So get outside, undo that hose just in case, and put that number in your phone. Keri,
thank you.
Great to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.